What's up? It's Dr. Dion Napier with Amplify Vocal Studio, and this is a little pop-up live on Saturday evening. Welcome wherever you're joining from. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So I want to talk about smoothing vocal bridges. This is a question that I get in my DMs a lot over on Instagram. Classical singers as well as commercial style singers wanted to know, how do I smooth these registers without dragging chest voice up and without flipping into a weak falsetto. So I'm gonna quickly tell you how to do it. So when we talk about vocal register, or bridging, this is passaggi. Classical singers, y'all know that term. In contemporary, we just call it bridges. These are the spots in the voice that connect your vocal registers, and your vocal cords must thin out in these spots so that you don't get the abrupt cracks and breaks and flips. Okay, so those bridging areas, universal bridge spots, are E, F, F sharp, or A, B flat, B. Okay, now the octaves are going to be different depending upon if you're a male or a female voice, but universally those are the bridge points for every singer. And it has to do with the science behind the sound waves and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so at those spots in the voice, you have to let the cords thin out. So in classical singing, we bring head voice down into everything. And I think it's especially for classical soprano ladies. Now, I studied in academia for 11 years how to be an opera singer and do classical. But I never remember hearing a teacher or reading in any of my resources about the first bridge for a soprano voice being at that E, F, F sharp 4. Now, maybe I just missed it, but I didn't ever acknowledge that. I always acknowledge my first bridge at that A, B flat, B, because that's the most noticeable bridge, where if you don't thin out soon enough, you're going to break into that weak falsetto. So I'm going to demonstrate. This is what we typically do. And when I talk about smoothing bridges, I like to use the imagery and the example of, like, there's a bridge over a little creek and you're riding a bike. Okay, so this is what happens. So if I were on a bike, you hear that pressure kind of building up. So right there, if I'm riding a bike, I'm gonna have to pedal a little bit faster just to build some momentum to be able to get over, right? This is what y'all do. I'm gonna show it to you, and then I'm gonna show you the correct thing to do, okay? Then, here it's getting a little wide, a little shouty. Then you keep going. It's getting a little about to crack, right? Then we go up again. Then flip over. Why is that happening? Because you're not thinning out your vocal cords soon enough. So in the soprano voice, you're going to need to start thinning out around that D-E area, right? Because your highest pitch is that A4. So you have to start thinning out sooner. So instead of shouty, you want to thin here. So it's going to sound Hear how it sounds lighter, right? It sounds more sharp, but it's not shouty. It's not so much breath pressure. You have to do it that way so that you don't flip into that weak falsetto. Now I'm still pedaling my bike. So here I'm at the top of the little bridge, right? I'm kind of teetering at the top. And then I keep going. So on that B4, it sounds like I'm falling down and going into a new region. And then you're in that mixed region, okay? You're over the bridge. So it's going to be important, again, that you guys thin out sooner. You can't shout and take all that breath pressure up. That is why you're breaking into mixed voice. And one thing, especially for classical singers, that's going to help you with those bridges, that lower bridge, is to do vocal fry. I have another video on vocal fry, but that's going to help just connect those inner edges of the vocal cords so that you can smoothly transition. Okay, any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Again, I'm Dr. Dion Napier for those who are new to my channel, and I'm a commercial style coach to professional level classical singers. So if you're on here and you're a beginner or you just kind of sing for fun, I'm glad you're here. But my true audience, the singers that I'm truly called to, are professional level classical singers and voice teachers that are wanting to learn how to sing pop styles without sounding operatic. That's who I'm speaking to. That's who I'm called to. Okay, so Abigail said, I find mix so hard. What do you find hard about mix? Tell me what you find difficult. I have a lot of videos on here about mixed voice, how to find that. I have a lot of content about that. But Abigail, what are you finding difficult? And let me know, are you a classically trained singer? I sing classically, but I'd like to learn mix. Okay. Yeah. So the biggest thing that's going to help you get a less classical sound or more commercial sound in your classical voice is adding pharyngeal resonance. That's what's going to help you. And I have a lot of videos on pharyngeal resonance. In short, that's just that whiny crybaby quality that is not emphasized, especially in a female voice. It's not emphasized in classical singing because it does not suit the sound aesthetic. But in contemporary style, you got to have it. It's going to give you power without you pulling chest up. So pharyngeal resonance is like doing monkey noises. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ah. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ah. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ah. Doing that kind of stuff. You got to get that kind of quality in your voice, in your middle voice, so it sounds more contemporary. And again, I have a lot of videos on that. I also have a free ebook. I can go drop it in here. You guys can access that if you want to. It's called How to Get a Commercial Sound in Classical Voices. That ebook may be helpful. Love the lashes. Thank you so much. It's time for me to redo them, but thank you for complimenting that. Any other questions before I hop off? That's all I want to give you on smoothing bridges, okay? If you don't take nothing else away, the reason you're flipping into a weak falsetto and dragging chest voice up is because you're not thinning out soon enough. So you got to find that contemporary style. You got to find that second bridge, and I'm telling you, it's either going to be E, F, F sharp or A, B flat, B, an octave down if you're a man, okay? And you've got to start thinning out sooner before you get to the bridges, okay? Any questions? While I get some water. Any questions? Any questions? I hope that's clear. I hope that's clear. Replay watchers, I always appreciate you guys. You can drop your comments and questions, and I will come back and answer those. So my next Basics of Mix and Belt 8-week course for classically trained singers and voice teachers, we kick off next Thursday, the 21st. This is an 8-week course where I slow walk you through building the coordinations for mixed voice and belting, because those are going to be your foundational things that you need to sing commercial music without sounding operatic. You got to know how to mix, you have to know how to belt, and you got to know how to belt sustainably. Not just dragging chest voice up, because that is not a sustainable belt, okay? You've got to learn that. So if you're an advanced level, professional level, classical singer, opera singer, or voice teacher, and you need these skills, you know you need these skills, because now even, especially in America, these opera companies are starting to do new contemporary style works that require you to sing in different styles. So it's no longer enough to just have bel canto, okay? And I'm here to help equip you with these tools so that you can work, so that you can sing in these multiple styles and not feel like an imposter, especially talking to you classical voice teachers, because many of you all are getting musical theater students, you're getting other students that do not want to sing classical, but all you know is bel canto, and you don't really know how to teach them how to get a commercial sound. You out there fumbling, and it's got you feeling like an imposter. So you need to get equipped with these tools as well. Okay, could you suggest any vocal warm-up for higher register for a deep voice girl? I have warm-ups on YouTube. You have to check it. Okay, I'm not here to really give y'all warm-ups for registers and stuff like that. I'm specifically here for university trained advanced level classical singers to help you learn how to sing commercial music without breaking and flipping into an operatic head voice. So for basic things like warm-up, building registers, you can go look at my other YouTube videos for that. Okay, I'm about to hop off, but drop your questions, apply for the course. If it sounds like it's for you, I'll be back soon. See you guys. Bye-bye.